Good day, everyone. Today is Elul the 23rd in the Hebrew calendar. We are in Elul. Last month they declared it as Elul, but we are not in the 7th month. The 7th month will begin October the 16th on the day of Feast of Trumpets. So we're currently in Elul the 23rd, and I did say that Elul is the month normally when Satan attacks, and we did see an attack upon Israel. Now the question is this attack on Israel the war before the rapture? Because in the last video, God's appointed day Feast of Trumpets on the Ring of Fire. Well, the Feast of Trumpets will not begin exactly on that day, but I believe it will begin the 16th, so just 2 days before Feast of Trumpets. Naturally, this the moon, the sighting of the moon, we will not be seen on the day of the 14th or the 15th, but the sighting of the moon will only be seen on October the 16th. So I mentioned that there will be a great earthquake in this video, and also there will be war in Israel on the day of the rapture. So now, is this attack on Israel the war before the rapture? The answer is no, because the one thing that I do question is, was this a real attack or is it the stage one? You know, Israel got good technology and their infrastructure in war. They got basically everything. There's no such a thing, even with 9/11, that was staged as well. This is a staged event, I believe, because I'll show you now in the why I say so. So just hold on for a minute. I won't be long. So that is a question that I am having, and I'm pondering upon that. Israel, as I said, Israel is very good in war, in the survey of war and everything else. So how come they were caught red-handed? Yes, I can understand. Yom Kippur, 50 years ago, they may have been caught red-handed, but that was a genuine one, and God helped Israel in that war. But having said that, they said that it's actually 50 years ago from this feast. No, it's not 50 years ago, because now, only October, it will be 50 years. This month is not a genuine feast day either. But I have to say to you that the elite, and that is of course the Israel feast, will be on the correct day when Jesus comes. I'm telling you. And I've been over all the feast days, and for the last 15 years, Israel never complied with God's appointed days for the feast days. They never complied. And that is a fact. But on the day of the rapture, that will be the case. Then they will have the correct feast day. And you know when that is? That is next year. That is 2024, October the 6th, for the 4th, of course, the 4th, October the 4th. On that day, there is another eclipse just below South America. So I will make a video on that shortly. But the question is this attack on Israel the war before the rapture? I don't believe so. Here is breaking. The Taliban asked Iran for free passage to assist Hamas in Gaza in war on Israel, after Joe Biden armed the Taliban with $80 billion in USA weapons and supplies. Well, thus far, even Taliban denied this as such. But what is the real truth here? Is this also just stories being made up, or is there truth in it? Because if you look into it now, I'll show you here. I won't go into it, but most of you do know already about it. How many missiles? Some say 5,000, some say 3,000, some just say many. But this is a report from Gateway Pundit. Having said that, if you read below this, that is of course, and this is something else. There was a tweet early in the morning. Joe Biden, U.S. Office of Palestine Affairs, urged Israel not to defend itself from the missile attacks and mass kidnapping and killing by Hamas. So now that is beyond logic. I cannot understand that. So here is a tweeted out that all sides must refrain from violence. We cannot conflate terrorist targets, Israel's civilians, and our greatest ally in the region defend itself. Whomsoever wrote this tweet must be fired, and Biden administration must be publicly denounced. Yeah, I think I would agree with that if there is any truth in it, you know. Yeah, now, okay, never mind that. Here is a Jerusalem, but the Taliban has reported asked Iran for, and this appear in the Jerusalem Post. I seen it on the day of the 7th. Today is the 9th. They asked Iran for passage to Israel to help Hamas or whatever you call it, continue its terror against the Jewish state. Yeah, it is on the 7th, that is the 7th, 7:15, 7:23, that note came in the Jerusalem Post. But if you click on that, what do you see? The page isn't working. So why isn't it working? There's something is happening. The page is not working. So they deleted that. They deleted this. So now that is also the reason why I do question all these this news attack. But of course, the question is this really state's event or is it real? The question is up to you, by the way. So is God in it? I believe God allowed it for a certain reason. You must know God orders, give the order, the instruction. Jesus administrates it. Jesus administrates the order, and then Holy Spirit is the one that executes the order. Now, Satan copies God in the same way. Of course, they must get permission. Satan must get permission from God, from the Father, to execute this judgment. So, if he got the right, when he got the right to do so, with anything per se on the earth, you can just look at Job in Job's life. God must give you the permission, unless God gives the total it over to Satan, then he can't do that. But God is still in control of everything here on earth until he takes the Holy Spirit out of the way. Then Satan can do what he wants. But God will still have his hand in it as well. But many people will get saved out of it. Yeah. So Satan does it the way. So now Satan gives the order. The Antichrist, he administrates the order, and of course it is the false prophet. Many watchmen just have one thing in mind: the Antichrist. But there are two medicine. Two. It's a false prophet and the Antichrist, or the Bible call him the beast. Now, let me help you here. Israel believe in two messiahs. They are two false messiahs. They're the same two guys in Revelation 13:1 and Revelation 13:11. The false prophet is more dangerous than the then the Antichrist, he is the one that does the miracles. He is the one that is responsible for the mark of the beast. He executes everything in order from the Antichrist. That's right. So I'm just telling you exactly how things are working, and everything that you see currently is states events, the war, even Armenian war, that is all states event to make the world ungovernable so that this man can come, and of course that will not be the Antichrist, it will be the false prophet. The false prophet is the one that rules first. The Antichrist rule last, the second, 3.5. And listen, by that way, Jacob's trouble is not 3.5 years. That 7 years when Jesus died, it got nothing to do with this last 7 that is coming. Of course, Jesus shortened the time of Daniel's timeline of Jacob's trouble. He shortened it by 2 years. It's not the rapture is not, the tribulation is not 3.5 years. It's actually 5 years of 24 hours. So that's what it is. Jesus shortened a day by a third, the moon by a third, the sun by a third, the stars by a third. So if you can count a third from 24 hours, it comes to 16. So the day will be, of course, 16 hours a day. And Jesus will replace that time that he took out of the 24 hours. And we're currently sitting that now out 2022 and 2023 until October 2024. I believe that is all that I have for you for the moment. Please do share this video, and please visit the community post as well. YouTube and Facebook ban most of our posts, especially when it is the truth and when they see it is correct. They know exactly the timing. So please do so. Love you all, people.